A question that gets brought up all the time in my feet trainings is it better to have flat arches, high arches, or regular arches? And nobody is ever satisfied when I give them the answer because it doesn't matter, okay? It doesn't matter that I was blessed with high arches. It doesn't matter that some people were blessed with flat feet or that they have regular size arches. None of that matters. What matters is that you have a strong and mobile foot. Because if you have flat feet and your feet aren't strong or mobile, you're gonna have issues. If you have high arches, you're gonna have issues if you don't have a strong and mobile foot. Guess what? If you have a regular sized arch, or what even is a regular sized arch, I have no idea, okay? And it's not strong and mobile, you're gonna have issues. So the key is to have a strong and mobile foot, right? To get the foot back to doing what it was designed to do, because most people in today's world have crappy feet, okay? Their feet aren't strong and they're not mobile enough to handle the load applied to it. Why? Because we don't use them how they're designed to be, and we put them in shoes with these thick old soles, or we put insoles in and we say that's gonna support the feet. Guess what? That's just putting a Band-Aid on. That's just kind of alleviating the symptom, not fixing the problem. And the problem is not strong or mobile feet, okay? So people with flat arches, your foot tends to be a little bit more mobile. Guess what? We need to strengthen it. If you're like me and you have high arches, guess what? You have a very rigid and stiff foot. We need to work on mobility. We also need to strengthen it. And you, of those who are more along the lines of a normal arch, guess what? If your foot is not strong, if your foot is not mobile, you're gonna have issues. So it doesn't matter, right? Whether you have beautiful flat feet, beautiful high arches, or beautiful regular arches, if you don't have a strong and mobile foot, you're gonna have issues. So we need to work on strengthening and mobilizing the foot, okay? So my top three kind of how do I get my foot strong and mobile in the time it takes me to make my coffee in the morning? Simple. Number one, the drill is I take my hand, my left hand, and I put it between each toe, okay? I put the fingers between each toe, trying to get them all the way up in there. And with my other hand, I hold my foot so my foot doesn't move. Now, if this feels like your toes are gonna snap, just be here and breathe. There's no sense in trying to go further. Otherwise, you can just kind of flex and extend the toes like this. You can circle it out in one direction, circle it out in the other, right? I like to sit and watch TV also doing this, but I can do this while my coffee's brewing, okay? Right here, bang. Mobility is being worked into the foot, okay? Now, if you're like, I can't even get many fingers in, the most important thing is to get a finger between this last baby toe and the second toe, and the big toe and this whatever toe you want to call it, right? This kind of, for some people, longer than the big toe, right? The second toe from this side. But these are the most important because when we pull them away from the center line, we are stretching the outside and inside arch, which then is providing tension to the transverse arch. So we're getting that tension applied to all three arches, so the canopy of the foot has a chance to actually absorb the load, okay? Now, in order to support the canopy, we need the muscles to be strong. So what do we do? Okay, so my favorite foot strength drills, my two favorite foot strength drills are foot control drills. It's very simple. All we're gonna do is pick up all 5 toes on one foot, spread them, and then stretch them forward, set them down, and grip. And you wanna make sure that you're winking and you're not curling, right? Our toes, we wanna look like this. We wanna be winking at ourselves, okay? So we just do this 3 sets of 20. I just pick up, stretch and grip, pick up, stretch and grip, pick up, stretch and grip. And I do that 20 times. I pause and then I do it 2 more reps, okay? I do it for both feet. And then my second favorite strength-based drill is to keep my big toe down and lift up all 4 toes. And then set the 4 toes down, pick up the big toe. Set the big toe down, lift the 4 toes. Set the 4 toes down, pick up the big toes. I do this 10 times, right? Where this is 1 and this is 1. And this is 2 and this is 2. And I go all the way up to 10 and then I pause. And then my last drill is, I call it the pen drill. And all I'm gonna do is pick up my toes and I'm gonna try to tap with the big toe. You see, my big toe's not actually moving, but I'm trying to get that big toe without the outside edge. I'm not rolling up. I'm going to try to get that big toe to tap the pen, so I'm strengthening the inside arch. And these are my 3 foot drills, the 3 strength-based foot drills that I do while my coffee's brewing. Is what do? I pick up, I spread, I stretch, grip, 3 sets of 20, make sure I'm winking, and then I do the alternating between big toe and 4 toes, 3 sets of 10, and then I do 3 sets of 10 of the big toe trying to reach in, right? That is what's gonna create a strong and mobile foot, not whether you have high arches, low arches, or medium arches, right? Not if you're wearing insoles, all that kind of stuff. Again, we want to fix the problem, and the problem is we have weak and immobile feet. So we got to get the feet back to being strong. We got to get the feet back to being mobile, right? I wear spacers, as you can obviously see, and then I wear minimalist barefoot shoes that my feet can fit in there with my spacers. I'm not saying go out and run and get them, even though run out and get them. Just if you get spacers, if you get the barefoot shoes and you haven't worn any of these before, ease into it, right? Don't just go in and just wear them for hours. Put them on for a bit, take them off, put them on for a bit, take them off, right? Ease into it.